Hello friends, Serge is with you, and we are continuing our little metaphor. Today is our third meeting, and if you haven't watched our first two videos yet, please go back to them right after this one. Let me remind you that we are talking about steps to a better future based on perhaps the most famous biblical story, the exit of the Israelites from Egypt. And we have already said that, first of all, we need to have a vision of a better day, a vivid picture that produced in us a desire for change. Also, we said that the main limitations are not around us, but in us. First and foremost, in our attitude towards ourselves. Our truth today is that getting out of your comfort zone is the necessary step to your best day. Today we are going to talk about changes. I want to make them as painless as possible for you and even enjoyable. A phrase attributed to Albert Einstein says, "The greatest folly is to do the same thing and hope for a different result." It's hard to disagree. If you want a different result, then your actions will have to change. Let's turn to our biblical story. We stopped at the point where the people of Israel received a report of the promised land, recognized it as good, but said that they couldn't take it because of the giants living there. And do you know what happened? All those people who had seen the great wonders, miracles of God while they left Egypt began to weep. Let's read. "So all the congregation lifted up their voices and cried, and the people wept that night. And all the children of Israel complained against Moses and Aaron. And the whole congregation said to them, 'If only we had died in the land of Egypt, or if only we had died in this wilderness.'" Look, they were not just crying, they were ready to die. What should have been the best opportunity became the biggest disappointment. When we know the end of the story, we want to say how stupid they were. What's the best chance for their lives? But the problem is, they didn't know the end of their story. And you know what? And you don't know the end of your story. What if you are crying today over something that is meant to change you and bring you into your best day? And do you know the decision they made? So they said to one another, "Let us select a leader and return" where? To Egypt. Where did they want to go back to? To the place they were used to. Even if it was a place of slavery, it was a slavery they were used to. It was familiar to them, and even good in some ways. So sometimes good is what holds you from your best future. Yes, it is not the best, but it was good. It is familiar, comfortable place. Maybe you too are also in your comfortable and familiar place than you are used to. And you will have to decide, either you want to move forward to a better day and then to change, or you will stay in your familiar place. Change in life requires change from us, and not everyone wants it. But if you have a vision of your better day inside of you, and you're really ready for change, here are some tips to make change less painful. First, start exploring what you don't know yet. You are afraid of new things because you don't know how to deal with them yet. Therefore, do some studying. If you ever learned something new, like driving a car, a new language, you probably found it scary in the beginning, maybe even impossible, but you studied, you practiced, and you got through it. Today it has become easier, right? It is the same with any skill. So, first of all, do your research, get information, consult people, learn as much as you can, study as much as you can about the changes you want to make and the future you want to enter. The second, practice it. It doesn't matter whether it's a professional skill or something else. Until you start practicing, you won't learn. And when it starts working, the fear will go away and confidence will emerge. Changes are not easy, but necessary way out of your comfort zone, leading you to a better future. You can get more information in my notes and questions that I will send you if you contact me. Thank you.